Should we regard the Anhk or should we regard the cross? I was just at the store the other day and I had my son wearing a cross on his neck because he wanted to be like me. And a lady saw his cross and said, "You don't need to be wearing that cross. You need to be wearing an Anhk because the Anhk represents life and the cross represents death." So we're going to go ahead and talk about, should you wear an Anhk or a cross? What do they both mean? I'm going to go ahead and make this short and simple. If the Egyptian Anhk was to represent life, that would mean that someone would have to be able to give an account of a life giver from Egypt. They would have to give an account of something or someone that was able to save the soul for eternity. But last that I heard, Pharaoh is dead. Oh, and the man Moses that was on the side of the cross, he led the people out of Egypt into the promised land. And these Egyptians were left behind in the waters. And the same God that regards the cross is the one who split the waters for Moses so they can get out of Egypt into the promised land. So far, there's a lot of death with the Egyptian Anhk so far. If there's no one or anything that is an example or that was used as the middleman in Egypt to save you and give you life, that means we need to now talk about the cross and see what it means. Does the cross represent death? Let's see what the scriptures say. Acts chapter 5 and verse 30. The God of our fathers raised up Jesus, whom ye slew and hanged on a tree. People see this scripture and immediately say, "Oh yeah, he was hung on a tree." So the Anhk has a noose on it to represent that he was hung, just like our ancestors. But for those that don't understand the language spoken in Acts chapter 5 and verse 30, it's not saying that he was hung by a noose. The tree represents the cross. We received life by the tree, just like we received death by the tree in the days of Adam and Eve when they sinned the first time. And if it weren't true, John chapter 20 verse 25 would have never said this. The other disciples therefore said unto him, "We have seen the Lord." But he said unto them, "Except I shall see in his hands the print of the nails, and put my finger into the print of the nails, and thrust my hand into his side, I will not believe." Jesus Christ had nails in his hand. And Thomas acknowledged that because they both know, all the disciples know, that Jesus was pierced in the hands and the feet and in his side. And then on top of that, you have the book of Matthew chapter 16 and verse 24, Mark chapter 8 verse 34, Mark chapter 10 and verse 21, Luke chapter 9 and verse 23, that all say to take up the cross and follow me. Did it say to take up the Anhk and follow me? No, it doesn't. Why does it say the cross? Because the cross represents life. How? Because Jesus Christ died, was buried, and rose on the third day. So the cross never represents death, it's life. We are saved because of what Jesus Christ did on the cross, not the Anhk. So next time you think about that cross and that Anhk, remember that Anhk has done nothing for you. The Egyptians are all dead and in hell if they did not believe in the God of our fathers. And the God of our fathers, he upholds the cross.